What the future of this restriction?
We start in January 1st of 2025.
It's scary for operators, scary for gamblers, and scary for advertising.
You don't need to be in Brazil, you need to open a company in Brazil. Only the operator. It's around 150 days to approve it. This is a tricky question about sports.
Yes. Hello everyone and welcome to second episode Adsterra Podcast. Today we at HSBC at Portugal, Lisbon, and the big luck to catch such wonderful person and interesting person, Rafael. And today we will discuss about LATAM market, Brazil and regulations. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation. My name is Rafael Biasi. I'm Legal Affairs of Octus Legal iGaming. I'm following all the Brazil regulations since 2020, and we have big moves recently.
Yeah, that's right. So the first question, of course, about Brazil. A year ago, it was rumors that Brazil is starting to create regulations. They created the bill, and everyone just thinking, okay, it's nothing special. Argentina has, like Latin market, probably have to be regulated as well, but restrictions are really restricted. I mean, What do you think about it? So, what's the future of this restriction? Will they be more restricted? I don't know. So. What is your thoughts?
Well, Michael, so Brazil legalized sporting bets in 2018. Okay. And who is responsible for the regulation is Minister of Finance. So finally, after almost 6 years, in the end of the last years, in the of 2023, we had a regulation.
Okay.
So a law was published regulating the sporting bets market and also online casinos.
Okay.
Well, when we say online casinos, the law says online games. It's basically the same thing. The same thing. So since the end of 2023, we had 10 ordinances about some 10 topics is very important from Brazil. So accreditations labs, for the operators, for the requirements, payment methods, responsible games, and we move on all the regulations. And finally, now we are almost ready because the legal operations in Brazil regulated 100% will start in January 1st of 2025.
They are looking really not terrible, it's scary. And I mean scary for operators, scary for gamblers, and scary for advertising as well, because like previous year when participated in afiliados, everything looks like good, smooth, a lot of partners discussing, we're ready to buy traffic, we're ready to sell traffic, and all of this stuff. But now everything is going to be like controlled. I mean, like creatives, like operators, influencers as well, because I heard like some rumors or news also. I saw like some bloggers, they were punished by law because they used a banner on stream. And it looks like something new for market, because in European Union, in Africa, it's for free to promote casinos with license. But now Brazilian authorities asking their own license, and you have to apply. How do you think, will it be a fast procedure, or it will take some time? How long it will take? Because the revenue is going down, because everything starts stop buying traffic to find the ways. They are asking the lawyers. How do you think, how it will go far and in the future?
Well, the regulation in Brazil, it's very hard. The requirement is very hard, because the first is the operators needs to apply for. And the fee for apply is $5 million.
Okay.
He can has 3 brands. So it's very expensive if you compare with another jurisdictions.
Okay.
It came very restricted for only the big operators. Of course, the small and medium operators can make a joint venture and apply together, but we will be more restrictable. Since 2018, we were having about 5,000, 4,000 of operators like operating. Just no rules at all. No rules about the license, no rules about advertising. Okay. And this make it a big problem in Brazil, because we didn't have any rules about advertising, so you could do whatever you want. And now we have a lot of issues about the media. The media is showing the bad things about the operations, the bad things about the advertising, especially with the influencers. So the influencers shows the fund, it's very easy to get money, it's investment. This is not very good for the regulator, the regulation. The regulation says this is entertainment, this is not investment. So the operators and everyone needs to treat it as entertainment. Instead of go to the cinema, you bet. So we are facing some problems in Brazil because Brazil is huge. It's one of the biggest country in the world. And now we are trying to have the rules. And with rules, you need to control everything. It's hard to control because it's like a boom. So now how we control? And of course, the regulator is preparing themselves to have this monitoring, fiscalizing all the issues. But of course, it's a new body. I don't know how many they are, but I don't know if they have sufficient people to control everything. Especially, they need to see the operators. So the first point of the regulation is the operator. So the operator needs to clarification with influencers, with the advertisement, companies, agencies, what are the rules. So the first one who will be punished is the operator.
It sounds like logical because a lot of operators, big country, and like sport is kind of religion in Brazil because they are cheering, they are living with sport. And we have a story when one guy told us when he grew up for 16 years, his father take his hand and they went to buy jersey of, I don't remember, the team in São Paulo, maybe São Paulo. And was so happy because it's just a family celebration. We have like dishes, and now the people will find a way how to bet because I think it's not a part of their life, but it's a kind of a daily routine maybe for some guys as well. And now you, for example, you're using one of a brand daily and it's restricted, and the guys probably will start to find a way to place bets on our platforms, but our platforms you need like a VPN, and probably is opening the market for new verticals as well, like for VPNs mostly. But as I know, the authorities made one more thing about the restrictions, and I think it was like a fatality. I don't know if I can call it, but decided to restrict pigs. Because 5 years ago, when we started to work with LATAM, especially with Brazil, it's a big market, as you told us, and we were thinking why we don't receive deposits, because people didn't know how to pay, because it's really some issues with banks, with credit cards as well. When PIX appeared, we was very lucky. Everything changes, satisfying, everything is growing in terms of FTDs and retention, everything's going good. And now, even if people start working with VPNs, of course, but they cannot even pay through the PIX because we will control also transaction. This is something new, in regulations, and it's really interesting. I mean, in terms that Argentina, they have also regulation, but they just take the European, some laws and rules and apply it in countries, and everything looks like normal. But Brazil, they just starting something new from my point of view. I'm not really in laws and legals. So how do you think? Am I right, or is just something similar with European experience, or we're just trying to make their own? So control, and maybe it will be extend all our countries for our countries in LATAM as well, because it's a huge market.
Well, PIX changed the sport betting in Brazil. So since PIX, everything is so fast, you can have deposits like instantly. One requirement of the regulation is about the bettors. The bettors needs to be in front of the phone, needs to prove he is live to bet. This will create a big problem because since the 2018 there's we has no rules, and we could use the account of your mom, the account of everyone, because there's no rules applied. And now you can't do it. So, of course, VPNs will be suspended. You need to, of course, only bet with your phone, with your registration. So the operators needs to create one bank account for each bettors. And everything needs to be regulated. So this is the point. So I can't use another one's account, registration, that website and that operator to bet. So the VPNs is totally suspended, is blocked because it needs to be in Brazil.
Okay.
The regulation is for Brazilian
of
people.
course, yeah. What about international casinos and betting platform, for example, a big one who are working with Brazil as well? They will be regulated like a locals one, right? You have to apply for a license, a separate license to work with pigs and so
Well, who needs to apply for the license is the operator.
Yeah, right.
So if you are online games providers, you need to certify your games.
Okay.
If you are platform provider, you need to certify your platform.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be in Brazil, you need to open a company in Brazil. Only the operator.
Okay.
So the operator needs to open a corporation, a company in Brazil, apply for the license, pay for the license.
Okay.
Of course, needs to have a contract with the partners, even platform, even online casinos, even odds. The regulated body is looking for the operator.
Okay.
And the operator needs to have that chain of contracts with all the partners.
Yeah, it sounds, right, because, like we have a Malta, we have our own license, we have like Iceland, we have own license Curacao and so on, and now we will have a Brazilian as well. I think it's like a normal thing for such big market to be regulated, and but again, I'm speaking about the advertisers part, because for us it's like something like not weird, it was expected, but we have to find a way how to deal with it. And now regarding the creatives, regarding the advertising, can you say something about how it will change? Because as far you told us, there was no restrictions, and now probably they have to apply like 18 plus, that you are not promising to winning something,
exactly,
and so on. Because like with my experience, like previous experience working with Brazil, it was like we used everything just to interact people. So how it will be in future?
Well, the advertising regulation in Brazil, it's very good. It's not only for the bettings, but like for beers, for cigarettes. It's a couple years, it's doing very great job.
Okay.
So, and now it's applying also for the sports betting and also for online casinos. So we have the rules. So as you said, it's signed off 18 plus. So you can say it's investment, it's only for entertainment. So these rules change everything, because we not only have rules, but they will enforce for it. So they will keep it monitoring all the advertising, and they are doing this.
Okay.
They're doing this since the last months, because the regulator body of advertising is CONAR, and they published an ordinance in the last month of the last year. And since then, they are monitoring and they are fiscalizing every operators. So we already have some notifications to adjust some advertising, and also to notify to what needs to change and to comply the rules.
So basically what I see, it looks like nothing scary. So
no.
We can work, we will work, but now it's just regulated like usual thing, because all the rumors and news was really disappointing, because you have to apply for a license before 1st October to operate. It was wow, just a month. So it's really, really important for us to know how it works, and thank you very much for such information. And back to the payments solutions about the crypto. Like we know PIX, it's wonderful, but crypto is not, we don't have a borders, frames, all of this in Brazil as well, as far as I know. How do you think? They will restrict it as well? Like a payment method, they will trying to control somehow? How it will work in frames of new regulations as well?
Well, the cryptocurrency in Brazil, it's regulated, but not from the same body of the sports bets.
Okay.
It's Central Bank of Brazil.
Okay.
But it's regulated, but it's not fully regulated as other countries. But for the sports bets, you can't pay with crypto.
Okay.
You can pay with PIX. So the crypto is restricted to the bettors because there's not allowed.
Okay, so for example, if authorities or regulator will come to one website of current operators and find like a payment methods with crypto, it will be banned.
Yes, the payment methods needs to be authorized by the Bank Central of Brazil.
Okay.
So we don't have too much. We have only few who is doing a very great job and serious job, because this is in the middle of the bettors and the operators, right? Yeah. So this is one very important part of the regulations is the payment methods.
Yeah, it sounds like, again, it's logical. Like
yeah.
We was waiting something like more extended, but it sounds like it's more bigger than we expected. Like, I know it's less bigger than we expected. So yeah, Brazil, it's for me it's clear. Thank you very much for explaining.
I just need to add something, because you said something about the October 1st.
Yeah.
So you're right. So we have this new ordinance published the couple of days. Says only who applied for the federal license can operate after October 1st. And also who has state license, because Brazil we have federal license, state license. And this restricted many operators, because we have about 120 license applied in the federal level and around 30 operators in state level. Of course, the federal level is 120, you can multiply for 3, and we will have less than 500 operators after October 1st. And if you want to apply for the license, we can apply whatever you want. There's no window about it. But you need to wait the analysis of all documentations. It's around 150 days to approve it.
And you are not allowed to work during the...
No, we are not allowed to work, because after the October 1st, all the offshore license will be restricted. So everyone who is not on the list, in the 120 operators list and state license, will be banned. And this created many problems, not problems, but issues in Brazil, because they wasn't expected. Because we are still in adoption period until the end of the year. And we were supposed to can operate until the end of the year, because we are in the adapted period. So this changed many things in Brazil, and a lot of operators are scared, because if you continue operator after October 1st, when you apply for the license, maybe they can deny, because we were operating without the license, without the permit.
So it sounds seriously, and I will explain why. Because probably 2 years ago, or a year ago, we had the same issue with India, when during the World Cup of Cricket, they started to ban operators. Just we have new regulations. They had before, but you are not allowed to promoting some gambling offers in some states of India, because it's regulated and banned for operating. And they decided just during the cricket, 150, here's the list, you are banned. It was really a shock for everyone and for our partners as well, and just starting to writing, guys, what is happening, what we have to do. And they just, no worries, like, all good. We knew it, no worries. So we are working like we work, we just we change the domains, like, all good. And now we see, like, in Brazil, it's not the same situation. You will not allow to do just some tricky movements and to continue to work. Like, everything's going like in serious way. And from some point, it's really good. It's really good because the government can control. They will create new departments. They will see how it works. So it will be regulated. Side of analytics as well. For some point of business, it's becoming a problem. Because LATAM, not LATAM, but LATAM market is enough closed, because it's really hard to go in, because you need to open like a legal entity, to have a local representative, because we also have our really nice guy in Brazil, he's working for our PR proposal. So it sounds logical, nothing very terrible, I want to say. Everything could be fixed. And regarding the payments as well, so can we expect the same thing in other countries, like in Mexico, Peru, Dominicana, and so on?
Well, LATAM is a huge integrated market.
Yes.
So we have some countries already regulated, some is regulating, but I think the most strong regulation is Brazil. And Brazil can lead all other countries. So it's very good to see how Brazil is taking it seriously. Because we need to face it. It's a very important market, but also we can have some damage in our population. So we need to have rules, we need to have restrictions, and seeing this in all LATAM countries. Of course, we have Mexico, you can operate there, we have Peru, Chile, Argentina, but we still have another big countries has many possibilities to grow, and of course Brazil leading this regulation in LATAM will be the best.
Of course, yeah, because now we are working with all of LATAM countries at the moment, and we just need to think what we have to do, because like everything's going good right now, and we are really satisfied with results and so on. But now we are trying to keep in mind that it could happen in LATAM, in all the country, and maybe European will see the experience and starting to do something. But let's see in the future, probably Africa as well, and Asia, and so on. Okay, so one more question about eSports. Esports is one of the fast-growing industry in the gaming as well, because the guys, really young guys, starting to betting, and I see also the one issue for Brazilian teenagers that they can use the mother's picks to place a bet for the favorite esports team. So am I right that regulations are touching all of spheres of online gaming? Not only betting and casinos. Like, can we find the ways? I know probably maybe they have a gaps. I'm not like trying to find a way to cheating and to say, like, hey guys, we can cheat here. I'm just trying to understand that it's like for all of the activities, and maybe you have some opinion on.
Well, the esports, it's very important from Brazil. So the couple 3, 4, 5 years is growing a lot.
Yeah.
So there are many games in Brazil, have official teams, national teams, and participating, attending some championships. So far, we know the Minister of Esports, we published some ordinance or something to allow the sports. So there's not exactly permitted or not you can operate esports in Brazil.
Okay.
So we still need to see if the regulator understand if esports is okay or not. This is a tricky question about esports.
Yes, yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking, because
it's not very clear in the regulation if you can operate, if you can offer the esports in Brazil. I don't know if my answer is good.
No, your answer is good, because it's the same like sport betting. I mean, the esports is a big industry. I will explain why as well, because the players they are training like professional sportsmen.
Exactly.
And it's industry. They have academies, they are buying teams, they are creating teams, they have sponsors. Of course, bettors also want to make money on it.
Exactly.
But the question of in audience, like esports is audience with young generation, and part of them don't have credit card, and sometimes they're using a parent's credit card, and that's why a lot of operators have to deal with KYC to know your customer, just to see, to take a photo, to make proof that you are adult and you can pay. So that's the question, because as you mentioned, Brazil wasn't so regulated the past year. Maybe for esports they have some gaps, and it will be developed in future. So I think it will. It will, because the audience is growing and everything changing day by day, and it's big perspective for market, for iGaming, and so on. And the tendency is speaking about the regulating all of the market. As far we're working with traffic, with audience, we have to deal. And thank you very much for your answers. Thank you very much for your help, because I was confused, because we have 10, 15 guys directly working with Brazil. So they're really huge, they're nice partners, and we started to discuss, and they not now. We will bring you answers, because they're trying to find a way. So, and really good that you are here and help us, and for our audience and for our subscribers and who are working with us. So thank you very much. Probably my question over. So thank you for this conversation. It was really useful for us, useful for iGaming business. So next time we will see in Brazil.
Yes, next year in Brazil.
Year, yeah. Hopefully we will visit some Brazil conference and attend and discuss more and more, and we'll compare year to year. So thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.